we're going to find all real zeros of the polynomial given here as p of x. And so what we do is you look at your possible rational zeros of p of x. And you look at your lead coefficient, which is 4, and you take your factors of 4. So that's going to be plus or minus, and we'd have 1, 2, and 4. And we'll call this Q. And then you look at your constant and you do all the possible zeros or your factors of 1, which is just 1. We'll call that P. So the possible rational zeros are going to be x equals plus or minus 1, plus or minus 1/2, and plus or minus 1 divided by 4. And that's when you're taking your P and you divide by Q. So you're taking your factors of your constant divided by your factors of your lead coefficient. All right. Now, this is 6 possible rational zeros if you're including both plus and minus. So let's check and see which ones they could be before we use synthetic division. Let's check P of 1. Okay, so usually I kind of guess by looking at some of the signs and stuff, but if you do P of 1, and I substitute in 1, I'm going to get 4 minus 4 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1. That equals 0. Since it equals 0, that means it is a rational 0. And another one I'm going to try is P of 1/2. And this would give you 4 times 1 divided by 16 minus 4 times 1/8 plus 1/4 minus 2 times 1/2 plus 1. And this is going to give you equals 1/4 minus 1/2 plus 1/4, and then we're going to have minus 1 plus 1. So this all equals 0, this equals 0. So this equals 0 as well. So here we already have 2 rational zeros because it equals 0. So now let's see what we get, because we're going to have to factor this to get all the zeros. So if you start with 1, and then you write all the coefficients here, we're going to get 4, negative 4, 1, negative 2, and 1. And then what we're going to do is bring down the 4, and then you multiply 1 times 4 and get 4, and add. So negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Multiply 1 times 0, get 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Then you get 1. Negative 1, negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Then you're going to multiply 1 times negative 1 and get negative 1. That gives you a 0, and we know that. What we're trying to do is get this down to something we can factor. So now we're going to also do the 1/2. But we're going to start from this one. All right. So we bring down the 4. And then 1/2 of 4 is 2. Add. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Add. 1/2 of 2 is 1. Add. And so now you get your 0. So we get 0 here and 0 here. That means we started with x to the power of 4. This one's x cubed. So this one's x squared. So basically what we have so far is x minus 1 times x minus 1/2 times this one, which is 4x squared plus 2x plus 2. This one we're going to have to use the quadratic formula on. So we're going to do that and then see what we get. I think we are. So yeah, we're going to use the quadratic formula. So let's do that. I have it here. We're going to use this first quadratic formula here. So we had, remember we had x minus 1 times x minus 1/2. And then we had 2x let's see, we had 4x squared plus 2x plus 2. And I can write this as p of x equals x minus 1. And what I'm going to do is write this as 2x minus 1 and then simplify this as 2x squared plus x plus 1. All right. Now that I have that, we're going to use our quadratic formula for this. So we're going to let x equal negative 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 times 2. We don't need to put the 1, all divided by 2 times 2. So this is going to give me negative 1 plus or minus square root negative 7 divided by 4, which gives us negative 1 plus or minus square root of 7i divided by 4. So this is a complex 0. They asked for real zeros, so only have 2 real zeros. The 2 real zeros are 1 and 1/2. Those are your real zeros. If they took away the real and they just said all zeros, then you would do all of them. You would do 1, 1/2, negative 1 plus square root of 7i divided by 4, and negative 1 minus square root of 7i divided by 4. This would be for all zeros, because that includes complex. This is just all real zeros. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.